Hi guys, it's NQ Soccer Mom back at you with another recap. This is episode 3 in the Lucid Flex Account series. So I'm just giving you a quick update. The good news is it's 12:55 Central Standard Time and I'm finished. I wish I had finished a little bit earlier, but I did pry myself away from the charts, and I just gonna go ahead and push out this recap. So all right, this is where we are. Yesterday evening when we left off for episode 2, I had 5 evals going into Wednesday night. Unfortunately, I guess hearing people talk about the silver, and unfortunately I tried to trade the silver, the micro, be it as it may. It was the micro, but you know, I blew 2 of the accounts. Just as a side note, I just want you all to beware that the silver is very dangerous for small accounts, for new traders, small accounts, retail traders. Even the micro is very dangerous. And let me tell you why. One silver micro trades just like one NQ mini. However, with the silver micro, you're thinking, oh, I'm trading a micro. And so even with your account, whereas on this account, I would have only been allowed to push the button twice because I only would have had 2 minis if I was trading NQ even. I could push the button 20 times, up to 20 times for the silver micro. And that has the same value, $5 per tick, just like if you were trading an NQ mini. So needless to say, that was very dangerous, and 2 accounts were blown in about 2 seconds. So, true story. I'm moving on. So I did reset those accounts. So I did start with 5 evals this morning. Unfortunately, I quickly blew 2 evals this morning. I did not reset. I cannot continue to reset. So unfortunately, that left me with 3 evals this morning. I quickly was able to get 1 to fund it. And just as usual, as soon as I turn an account from eval to fund it, the market just goes into this horrendous choppy state. Okay, so that account is not doing well. You can see it right here, the LFF, that's the funded account. So I basically have $26.50 left of drawdown on this account. So it's pretty much all that's gone, all but gone. The good news is I still do have these 2 evals, which I will take those slowly and hopefully get those 2 funded. You know, maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. The main thing is just to keep them. One good thing about today, I was able to watch the market a little bit. I did use some micros, and I was able to see, okay, you know what, how micros could be beneficial. A lot of the times when I try to use micros, it just doesn't go anywhere and I don't make money from it. Whereas with the mini, I can get in, get out. I can get my 13 ticks or my 20 ticks and get out. And that's the style of trading that I do. So, but with the bigger moves, particularly after the open and just waiting for bigger moves, I can see how the micros can be helpful. And of course, the micros can definitely be helpful in preserving your account. So it is something that I definitely need to revisit. Okay, anything else I need to tell you guys? Oh, so along with the lines of observing the market and looking at the micros, I've also been looking at the 5-minute chart just as a way to perhaps help myself to go a little bit slower. So I just wanted to show you guys this. So as you all know, I trade off moving averages for the most part. So my favorite moving average, well, it's really not my favorite, but one that I think is very, very reliable, is this 20 or 21 EMA or MA. I go back and forth. So I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's the 20. I don't know if it's the 21. I don't know if it's the EMA or the MA. But I have them both on here. So that's one and that's one right there. They're usually kind of together. But I will say that just noticing these this morning, and I actually did take a few of these trades. Like after we had this major drop here at the open, we pulled back into the 20 or 21, 20/21, and boom, we have the perfect moving average bounce, and it goes 1-to-1 very easily. So that's $67 for one micro contract. So imagine if I were to have 5 of those, 67 times 5. So I would be risking $335, but getting $335. So 3 micros would be 67 times 3, so that'd be 200, risking 200 to make 200. I usually just go 1-to-1. If I see that the trade is continuing to move, then I can just move it, but what I'm going for initially is 1-to-1. And this kind of continued to happen here. Well, that was that one. Then it kind of happened here again. You could have taken another one. Let's see, this one. Would this one have made 1-to-1? Yeah, that one made 1-to-1. It was a lot more choppy, but it did make it. Like this move right here, I probably would have gotten out. Like I probably just would have gone ahead and gotten out here. But it did make it though, because it never came back above your stop. Now this one here was pretty good. All right, that one was pretty good. Yeah, that one easily made 1-to-1. I can't remember if I took this one and also this one here was good. So that's something I just want to look into, is moving towards a higher time frame. Looking for some of my same setups on a higher time frame, and maybe going to the micros, and maybe that way I can let the trade play out. Maybe I can risk less. But see, that's $95. Oh, look, no. Let's see, what would that be? Okay, yeah, that's $41. So with a few micros, that's quite a bit. So anyway, I just wanted to show y'all that those are some things that I'm looking into to just slow myself down a little bit, not being so jumpy in and out of the market, just to have something to help me focus on more setups. And another setup that I'm very interested in, and I actually took a trade yesterday with the setup on the 5-minute time frame, is supply and demand. So I will be looking for those, and I'll probably do a video on that as well coming up. But that is where I am. So basically, just to recap again, let's see, where is that screen? Move this. Oh yeah, so basically I really, for all intents and purposes, I really just have the 2 evals left. They're halfway done. Both of them I need about another $600 to get them to fund it. And then the main thing is once it gets to fund it, is to just really, really be careful and be calculated and not to rush it. I don't know. I just seem to have had tunnel vision. Like I have to get $100, because at one point I had $60. I was up $60, but I just kept at it, and it just went backwards. So same story, different day. But the point is to get a little bit better every day, to recognize this situation. I think I did recognize it, and I think the last couple of days I have been recognizing that, okay, after the first hour, hour and a half, then the market, starts getting choppy. A lot of times that's when a lot of the influencers may leave, take a break. It's just like, okay, maybe you need to pick up a clue from that and go ahead and take a break. Go ahead and leave. So I am out. Thank you so much for watching on this journey, because it does help me, when I'm thinking, when I'm being present, when I say, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to share this with the community to let them know that, oh my God, what happened with these accounts. So just knowing that I'm sharing the journey, that does help me to somewhat stay on task. If you all ever want to reach out to me, I do have a link to my Discord. It's a hangout. It's just a hangout. That's all it is. But if you ever want to reach me directly or talk to me in voice chat or, talk or what have you, you can definitely reach me in my Discord. Other than that, I will see you all on episode 4, which is Friday. So hope everything's going well for you guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.